Hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about transactions in SQL, part of database management system course. In SQL, a transaction is a group of SQL statements that are treated as a single unit of work. Transactions are used to ensure that a database remains in a consistent state, even if an error occurs during the execution of one or more statements. Transactions have the following properties. Atomicity. All statements within a transaction are treated as a single unit of work. If an error occurs, the transaction is rolled back and all changes made by the statements within the transactions are undone. Consistency. A transaction cannot leave the database in an inconsistent state. If a transaction is successful, it must leave the database in a consistent state. Isolation. Transactions are isolated from each other. This means that the changes made by one transaction are not visible to other transactions until the first transaction is committed. Durability. Once a transaction is committed, the changes made by the transaction are permanent and cannot be undone. These properties are called asset properties. In SQL, you can use the begin transaction, commit and rollback statements to control transactions. Here is an example of using transactions in SQL. This example begins a transaction, updates the email for a customer with a customer ID of 123 in the customers table, and then updates the amount for all orders for that customer in the orders table by increasing it by 10%. Finally, it commits the transaction, making the changes permanent. If an error occurred during the execution of either of the update statements, the transaction would be rolled back and the changes would be undone. Transactions are a powerful tool to ensuring the integrity of a database and are an essential part of SQL. It is important to understand how to use transactions properly to ensure that your database remains in a consistent state. Hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.